but I'll take it. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to this session. So what I was explaining to the Spanish speaking community is the trade that I literally call live for them and for you guys, because I also send it in the Telegram chat. And I was also explaining the trade from yesterday. Okay, so let's forget about this trade right now. Some of you already made profit, some of you are still in. It's really up to you when to exit. But this is kind of the perspective of the trade that I'm looking. Okay, we can even look to the 90 area. So this is kind of the trade that I'm looking right now. I'm not gonna go in a lot of detail right now, but I'm just waiting for this channel to break up and then we can see a bigger movement, okay? But let's talk about the other trade. Let's talk about the other trade. Okay, let me ask you this question. If you were here yesterday on my session, let me know if you took this trade and let me know if you held the trade, meaning if you hold the trade until the area that I call. Just curious. If you were here, you took the trade, because I also sent it in the chat, I believe. But if you were live, you saw it live, you saw the explanation live. And it looks like only one person. Holy crap. Claudia, another one. Okay, okay. All right. I took the trade, but with TP. I mean, that's good. You still took it. I went to bed and woke up with a holy crap profit. That's good. That's good. I was asleep. I missed the trade. All right. Yeah, if you took this trade from yesterday, either from the trade alert that I sent on the channel, because I send it multiple times, I even say, guys, we're gonna hit 47.30, 47.50. I send it during London session, and then we also talk about it during the New Year session on our Zoom. But if you did, you collected about 700 to 800 pips on that single move. Because what we were looking yesterday was either to hit 47.30 or 47.50. Okay, so that is a big profit. We explained the why yesterday, and I'm gonna do a recap of that. So first, we had a flag, right? This is called a flag in the trading world. And what did I say? If we break up this area of 78 and we do a little retest, we will continue to go up. And so let's just review this on the 5-minute candle just to be, very detailed. But 78 is this area right here. Now, let me ask you a question. I hope you guys can see well. Did the trade broke up and retest or not? Yes, it did, right? You guys can see over here. It broke up through this resistance and it retests, look at this, perfectly to that line that we had over there. So that's the first, okay? That's the first. Second, what was the other thing that I mentioned yesterday? I said, okay, once we break that area, we're gonna go to the previous all-time high, right? And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna break up, right? And retest. And within this 5-minute candles, within those 10 minutes, the trade did break up and it went back up and it retests that 46.90 area, giving us the second and ultimate confirmation for this movement. Now, some of you have asked me, Joel, how do you know where the market is going to go? Because that seems kind of impossible to predict that the market was going to go to 30 or 50 and fall. And what did we see? It went to 30 and then it fell. right? It fell to 16, giving us 150 pips, or it went to 50 and then it also dropped to 23, giving us like 270 pips. And remember yesterday I say, hey, we're going to hit these areas and then we could see a drop. And then a lot of people ask me that. And here's the simple answer. I do not have a magical ball. I'm not a witch. I'm not a wizard or anything that you imagine. It's just about repetition from the market. So what do I mean by that? Years of experience, but not only that, because anybody can do this. It's about looking at the small details that everybody else misses. And everybody else misses because they're focused on their TP, on their stop loss, on the trade itself. Now, let's go ahead and do a quick review on this. And just to give you an example, the market, it's always repeating itself. The movements you see are not new. I did not create them. They're just repetition from previous movements. And this is something you got to catch if you want to become good at this. Number one, if we check recent movements, let's start with this one. What's the average? And this is something you have to ask yourself. These questions have to come if you want to be successful, okay? What's the average of a movement that gold does after we get a gap, okay? So if we grab this and we go over here, which is the fast movement, now price moved from 4,350 to 4,420. How many pips is that? Who can tell me in the chat? How many pips is 4,350 to 4,420? It's 700 pips. Okay? So it's 700 pips. Good. Keep that in mind. Now let's do a couple more exercises here. I'm going to ask you guys to participate if you know. Now let's do this other example. 4521 to 4600. How much is that? It's 810, right? Or 800 to make it simple. So we already have, somebody said gold short bull margin. Yeah, sure. Good luck with that. So we have 800 pips here, 700 on the previous one. Let's go ahead and look at another one. This one, of course, this one is very obvious. How many pips is this? It's from 45.96 to 46.91. Again, this one is pretty simple. It's about 950, 960 pips, right? So if you look at the logic of the market or the repetition of the market, we have 700, 800, 800 and something, and then 900 and something pips of movement that the market has done within just even this month, okay? So for me to predict a movement, I go back and look at the data, because remember, everything is data. Everything is data. And so I look at the data and then I can predict, okay, the market usually moves whenever we have a big movement, 700 to 900 pips. All right, that's the range. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go and put my range within those numbers. And so from 46.76 to 47.51, how many pips is that? 46.76 to 47.51. How many pips is that? It's about It's about, let's do 750 to 800, right? To not do a lot of math here. But let's say, 750 to 800. That's my average of the range, right? Now, an extra plus, which I also mentioned yesterday, is that you got to look for institutional numbers or whole numbers, right? Numbers such as like 4,700, 4,710, 20, 30, 40, right? Those whole numbers, it's what traders or institutions look for when they trade. And so prices will get to those zones. And if you can match that with the average of movements, you have the TP zone. All right. I know it sounds easy, but it will only get easy for you if you start practicing, if you start doing it. Because if not, if you're just here to follow trades, you're not going to last long in trading. You have to know these things, right? Like yesterday, we spoke about politics. Some people get offended about politics. I don't care. It's data that I need as a trader, whether I support Trump or not, whether I support the right or the left, right? So all of this, I hope you're getting something off of it, is that it's important data that we need as traders to be more profitable, okay? Now, who is in this trade right now? Holy crap. We are about 80 to 90 pips in profit. And let me tell you a little bit more about this trade. Dan just said not anymore. Once we break this channel, guys, look at this line over here and this other line over here. But once we break this channel, we will go at least 100 to 200 more pips, okay? So we have a max area over here and over here. And I know this is a little bit more, so this will be like almost 300 pips, okay? So there's not a lot of volume left in the New York market. So that's why we're not having a TP of 700 pips or so. But if we do break this structure, we at least can get 100 more pips of what we already have, okay? Now, if you have exit this trade, if you're not in the buy anymore, you could get in. It's going to be risky, but you could get in and look for the same target. Your stop loss will be way below the support. So you're kind of risking a little bit more. You can still get in. Let me go ahead and call it because I'm still seeing this movement over here. Okay. So I just sent it in the chat. I send the range of the possible trade idea. Okay. Just know that this might be a little risky since it's already up, but I think we can see this breakup structure and then we can catch the next couple pips. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I really appreciate you. I hope to see you guys tomorrow on my session with the same energy. Whether we win or we lose, we're here to learn and we're here to grow. Okay, don't forget that. And trading is such an amazing ability to have that everybody should learn this. So let's take advantage what Tag Markets is giving us, this free education, this free signals, this free environment. And let's just bring more people in because everybody deserves to know this, okay? Thank you so much. See you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.